All right, how's it going, everyone? Gamma Fighter here coming at you with a Pokemon video. so, yeah, had a little bit of technical difficulty getting going, but here we. So, oh my goodness, I gotta mute that. It was playing my own. Oh, I had the tab open. I was playing it. Okay, so here we go. I got this Gengar model from Bandai, and it's really cool. Been looking forward to it. Got this for fun, but I thought you guys might be interested in the experience, kind of like I was, because I haven't really seen. I've seen the Gundam models from the perspective of people who do Games Workshop, 40K and Age of Sigmar stuff. I haven't seen any of the Pokemon models from that perspective, so I thought it would be fun. Seemed like a waste to just kind of do it by myself. So just in case you guys want to see. So I don't even know if I don't know if anyone's watching live right now, but that's fine. You guys can watch this later or join whenever you want to on a nice little weeknight get together here. So yeah, Bandai models. I heard a lot of really good stuff about them. Very high quality, different colored plastic. That you don't need tools to put them together. All kind of really interesting stuff, and they're also relatively cheap compared to Games Workshop. Although there's no game associated with them or anything like that. And they're lower quality, like lower, definitely less detail on this Gengar model than Games Workshop stuff. But I'm just not really that interested in Gundam, which is the main thing. Obviously, Gundam does have a lot more detail. This one is made for kids, so. But I'm not a big fan of Gundam. I know they have the Evangelion ones as well, but those are pretty expensive, and I'm not even a huge fan of Evangelion. Actually, if I did get the Evas, I would probably make them into a Sons of Baymat army and just get the bases from GW or 3D printed or something, and then just call them like Gatebreaker or King Broad, stuff like that. I think that would be really dope, actually. But they're pretty expensive. I think they're like $70 on Amazon. I think you can get them cheaper elsewhere, but still kind of expensive. Anyways, just to get my toes, I thought this would be perfect. I am a huge fan of Pokemon, and I have been for a long time, since I was really young in grade school. Actually, I stopped in grade school because none of my friends were that interested in Pokemon, even though I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So it kind of wasn't that fun to play by myself. I kind of ran out of stuff to do. And then later in college, I ended up picking back up again and played through them all and really love it. So Gengar is one of my favorite Pokemon. And I do have a couple here. I do have a new, this is the Rayquaza from Target, which is absolutely massive. Well, yeah. So he's a big boy. And that's very cool. Could use this in like as a Crondis or something like that. Nah, not really. But love Rayquaza. I do also have the little one, the shiny little one. So he's just a little guy by comparison. That's definitely my favorite Pokemon. And then I do have a Darmanitan. I have a bunch of other ones too. These were the ones that were in arm's length for me right here at my my modeling desk, my hobby desk here. So yeah, and then Gengar is definitely one of my favorite Pokemon as well. Actually, at some point, I was going to try and get all of the models in this kind of scale, although Rayquaza is a little small, in sort of the Darmanitan scale from Tomy. That was sort of an ambition of mine, but then I wanted to make them into like a viable team that you can use in the game competitively. And then I ended up going on Pokemon Showdown and just playing and making a ton of different teams and stuff, and got lost in the sauce and totally forgot about getting the little figures. But some of my favorites, like Nidoking, is one of my favorites. They do not have a good model for that. Metagross, they do have a couple of good ones. Just trigger on that. But yeah, so that's I love Pokemon. I think they're awesome. So that's why I ended up getting this. This was $12.99 from Barnes and Noble. Just happened to be buy one the other day and thought I'd poke in. I do have a daughter, and you may be able to hear her screaming her head off because she's been taking a nap today. She's a little sleepy. But yeah, so and I like to peek in there and see what kind of toys they have. Sometimes they have some cool BattleTech stuff on sale. Well, very rarely on sale, but they do have BattleTech, which I like. I'm not going to grab those models right now, but so it's fun to check out how things are. I was in the area already, so $12.99 for this pretty big figure is not that bad. Especially for Barnes & Noble, who tends to be on the pricey side. But I thought maybe that, like me, you guys might be interested in sort of the quality of these, because I have heard that the Bandai models are high quality. The fact that you don't need tools. I did bring my tools here in case I need them. But I just wanted to see how that was, how difficult it is, how much time it takes to put together, that kind of a thing. I know the Pokemon ones are made for children, so I don't expect it to be crazy difficult or anything like that. And so I do, and sort of give them a pass on the quality and some of the other stuff. And yeah, so I was curious about it. Love Gengar, so why not? And I can tell you, if they did make like a Pokemon Tactics game, like in this style, you bring like 6 Pokemon or something, just like in the game, and you got to move them around and stuff. That's pretty awesome. So we can get into it. I'm going in a little bit blind. I did open the box and then take a look at some of this stuff. So I do know I want the smiley face, not the big tongue one. But you can switch it out later. I'm not going to be gluing it in or anything like that. You can see they have the different colored plastic, so there's no need to paint it or anything like that. This might be something eventually where I do end up want to collect these and paint them using like GW paints or Vallejo or whatever. But like yeah, like the model paints to kind of paint them a different color and put like highlights and things like that. That's not really what these are necessarily for. Compared to workshop type stuff. I have some cool stickers in there as well. I am terrible at putting on stickers, so we'll have to see how I do. So I love to follow directions. I don't know about you guys. We see here, I do like A and then B1. I don't know why it says it like that. That's a little confusing. But let's find it. So I do want the small smile one. And if you guys join, feel free to catch up at 1.5 speed. And let me know what you guys are working on right now. Let me see if there's any instructions about like removing it from the screw. I don't think there was. It just said you don't need the tools or anything. Okay, yeah, how to remove parts. Take off only the parts you need. Snap, click. How to find the parts. Oh, A1. Yeah, right. I forgot about this. That's what Bandai does. They do label the sprue. So down here we have B. And then this one, we can see A1 there. All right. So it has the, and then there are numbers within the sprue as well. So it's build A, but the part is B1. That makes sense. All right, well, here we go. We're gonna just snap it off, I suppose. And there we go. Okay. It does take a bit, and it is not that good. So I don't know if you guys can see, there is a bit of a nub sticking out. I think for a kid, this is fine, and it avoids having to buy. Yeah, it definitely catches and it's definitely visible. It avoids having to buy tools and stuff and using sharp objects. So let's see if we can just sand this down a little bit. It may actually make it worse because it's not really meant to be sanded, and I'm not going to be painting over it. So let me see. Maybe the hobby knife is the way to go. Okay, we are doing it. Yeah, I can see that being a problem. You know what? I think this will be easy enough to unassemble that I could try putting it together without cleaning it up and stuff. And um, and if it's no good, I can come back and clean it up. These are pretty egregious. This is way worse than I thought. Actually, I wonder if the Gundam models are better. Model. It is, I think it's hard to see because of the light. But yeah, you can see where there's that very light bit there. That's definitely from the old sprue and everything like that. So yeah, let's keep going though. And we're looking for A13. Let's do it. All right, I'm not going to spend so much time cleaning it up, but we'll put it together. And if I want to go back and clean it up later, I can always do that. And then that might be a good reason to go ahead and paint it later on as well. Okay, so this is part A1, but number 3. Sprue A1, part number 3. Here we go. They got little, the labels have little Pikachu heads to show you the number That was just a piece of the sprue breaking off, no problem. Yeah, as far as the plastic feels quite a bit lighter than GW and a little bit more like flimsy for sure. I think these white parts I could clean up and you wouldn't notice because they are already white. Uh-oh. Okay, I'll be right back. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Hello? All right, I'm back. What did you guys talk about while I was gone? All right, for those that don't know, I'm not a professional streamer. I'm just a guy. All right, sorry about that. Moving on. Step number 2, we need to start A2, number 14. It's this guy right here. It's sort of hideous. It's sort of like the Five Nights at Freddy thing, the little like animatronic face jumping out at you. Disgusting. Great. All right, so actually, yeah, then we get the eyeballs, which are this red part. Oh, and I get to put the sticker on now too. It's really interesting how the colors come together, like on the sprue, the different colors on the same sprue. Okay, so it's just the one eye piece, but there's a couple different stickers to pick. And because I'm doing this on screen, I'm just throwing stuff around and I lost the stickers. I got the eyeballs here. Is there? Did I do something when I got up? You guys, oh, you can see my my crusty old basketball shorts. If you're wondering why I don't stream usually, this is 100% why. Well, listen, I can't do this without the eyes, right? All right, let's see if I can find those. Oh, it fell on the ground. That's why. Oh my goodness. I'm not a real streamer, guys. Okay, so we got a couple options for the eyeballs. I think we're going to be looking to the side because that just feels like what Gengar would do. It's a little bit of a shame that it's let's see. Sorry, I'm. Oh, okay. Looks like you put it on first. Oh, there's a purple part first. Okay, that's why. So as I said, I am terrible at putting on stickers, but we'll do it. We'll do it live. Yeah, simple enough. It just slots right into place. Oh, and they look fine. Like they do. So that's why they have the just the little black and white ones there. Um, oh yeah, I was saying it's a shame that there's only one set of eyes. I think taking these stickers off would probably destroy the sticker. So you are a little bit stuck on the sticker that you choose, unless you're willing to like remove it permanently. That's a little crooked. Although I could put it on crooked intentionally so that it's possible to take it off. I think after like a month, it might just be set. So, all right, one of them is still pretty crooked. We just plug it into the face like this. And then we can plug. No. Get the back, the little hedgehog back. I do like hedgehogs. Maybe that's part of why I like Gengar. This is a very cool Pokemon. Very mischievous. I like that. Mischievous. Snaps off nice and easy there. A little bit, yeah, a little bit light. But I wouldn't say that it's weak. You know, not that I try to like bend GW plastic on it. Yeah, here's the this is the Barrow Guard free model of the month that I primed and painted. I'd say yeah, it's probably more brittle than GW plastic. But, it doesn't like bend the way that GW plastic does. Maybe because like since you're using EOS models in like a game, you're likely to bump up against stuff and things like that. But where these are at, like just for display, are. Okay, so we got that part together. Slides in. Is that it? Yeah, that's. Oh, this is a good test. How easy is it to take apart once you cut it together? Ooh. Yeah, it's in there pretty good. Yeah, it can come out. But like I said, because it is sort of brittle, it is pretty risky to take it apart. So there are customizable options. I wonder if like because the mouth is meant to be customized, I wonder if that's a little bit easier to put together and take apart rather. Okay, just put it together like this. Ooh, that does feel pretty good. Oh, the eyes don't look great. The eyes a little bit off. Yeah, that looks fine from your angle. Huh. Then A1. Yeah, I think if they get the tail here, if they did do like a Pokemon Tactics game, they'd probably have to use a different kind of plastic that's more flexible. Just like not shipping, carrying it with you to the store or to a tournament or something like that. Especially like flying, you'd have to be like super careful. Oh, this is interesting. It's like a slot, and hooks right in there. Okay, so we've got the mass together. This is a really big seam line here, and I do wonder, like sanding or anything would help with it. But right where the tail meets, that is a really big seam line, and then along the side, it's pretty big, and especially noticeable that screw mark there. I wonder if I should just be nipping it. I did bring my nippers just in case. Yeah, you know, I have a feel for how it is to snap it off. I think I will use the nippers now, and hopefully it'll just be more clean. Okay. 7, check. Verification. Compruébalo. 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 Okay. So check which arm that you have and make sure it's the right one. I just said I was going to try the nippers. I don't know how much better that was. This one actually is hard to get in there because it is quite close to because it's got a weird angle to the arm here. So I'll just still not a perfectly clean cut. I probably do need better nippers. All right, I got both arms. I got a little hand. So I think the check part, I'm not going to say it in Spanish again. I know you guys want me to. I think the check part is check that it's the right hand. It fits it fits well, so I hope that is the right hand. Yeah, I know with the Gundam they have like screw holders to keep them organized and stuff like that. That's interesting. That's probably a good idea. I probably should have checked this one. I don't know, pretty big seam lines in the hands there. I think these are gonna face inward, so you won't see them. Okay, hands are assembled. Now we got A1 part number 8. That's the arms. It's definitely different from a GW construction. I think it's going a lot faster than Games Workshop would because with Games Workshop I would be cleaning the parts and everything. So we got a little. It's pretty nice. We got a little joint. That's the other thing, they're articulated. Um, definitely different. I'm just assuming you just shove it in there. I don't know what the check is because I feel like you could do either hand on either side. Oh yeah. Oh no, yeah, because you can do like this, and then a little articulation is showing. You could also just reverse it, and no one would know. Okay. How we doing? Started at 6 Central Time. 23, not bad. I was yapping too. Okay, coming along pretty good. This is a good project. All right, B5, B3. B5 and B3. Looks like the legs going on here. And through the hole. Okay. Facing that way. Check. Verification. I know that's probably French, not it probably isn't pronounced verification. Right, B number 4. Just pops right off the sprue. Yeah, I think this is great for kids. I think um, I think probably more if you're going to be more of a serious kind of hobbyist when it comes to your Pokemon, you're probably going to want to sand this stuff down, like the nubs and everything, and then end up painting it. But I don't mind this. $13, one little thing. Great to have a Gengar in my collection. Yeah, I don't have a Gengar model in my collection for sure. All right, then we grab number 6, B6. One of the feet. They have kind of interesting. They have I don't know if you saw before. They have little feet stickers. I'm not going to do that because I don't know. You're not going to be looking at his feet, are you? You're going to be picking him up and looking at his feet. And I'm just going to double check that I can just put the leg in there. No problemo. There is a problemo, guys. This is what? His leg's not supposed to be sticking out like that. Okay. I could have it the wrong direction. In the picture, it is going straight down. So, have I made a mistake? Let's check it out. When it said to check, did I check correctly? Yeah, because the numbers are the same. So the like 5 is both this part and this part, which is already in the leg here. And then the same thing with B3, B4. these two are B3 and B4, and then the ones I already used are also B3 and B4. I don't think it wouldn't make sense for me to have used the wrong part, right? Because all of them are the same. Oh, unless I could have put the this one on backwards. That may have been what the check was about. B3. So let's see how that changes if I switch that around. Oh yeah, they stick together pretty good. Oh yeah. All right. See if I can cut my fingers off on stream rather. Okay. I should put the knife down forcefully. All right, so a little bit lower energy than normal in the videos and that type of thing. A lot of it's because no one's watching, but I mean, that's like I said, this was just like, why not? Why not stream just in case? I feel like it would help if I could like push, but I feel like this won't be able to push hard enough. Toothpick, I use that for smearing around like super glue, stuff like that. There, that did the trick. So, it was this way. Let's flip it over. Okay. Now it's not going to work. I think I got to loosen up first. It's going to scratch up the plastic. There we go. Okay. No, I mean, they stick out to the side no matter what. Interesting. I may have to resolve that issue. For now, let's just get this thing done. And hopefully I can just pull the pieces apart. I already have the other leg all together in one. So here we go. There we go. Shoving that foot on there. Let's see. Let me see if I can take this off. I wonder if it's like the foot that's facing the wrong direction. Could that really be it? So you see, the legs are sort of like he's doing jumping jacks. He can't lift his arms. His fat little ghosty goo. There we go. So yeah, he's doing jumping jacks. His feet are definitely not flat. So I wonder if changing the orientation on the foot would help actually. So it does come out of the ball and socket joint. There we go. Okay. And it looks like I can just rotate the foot. I need to take it all the way off. There we go. There we go. I think that did it. Yeah. That was all. I was not reading the instructions right. There we go. Okay. So that's it. Let me see. Yeah, everything else is just if you have the common one. So there he is. I don't know. Let me see with the light off. Does that help? Maybe. Yeah. Boo. There he is. Little Gengar action. Well, and this model in particular, because he's so chunky, he does not have a lot of range of motion. The feet, there's a little ball joint too, but it does not. There's not much art. There we go. Yeah, it rotates like that. Oh, you could have him sitting down. In that case, you would want the sticker feet on, I think. Yeah. That makes sense. But yeah, this is Gengar just chilling. A little bit mysterious. He's looking to the side, maybe up to something. And then, yeah, standing up. A little surprise. Yeah. Boop. There we go. Feet. Now the feet are flat. Okay. And this, I can turn the arms this way. It's actually kind of backwards from like the 3D perspective here, but I think from a 2D perspective, it looks fine. Pretty cool. All right. So that's it for me. Thank you guys if anyone ends up watching this. Thanks for watching. And hope you enjoy a little Gengar action. Yeah, very, very light here. Feels very light. So that's it for me. Thanks so much for watching. And I'm going to work on a video for sure. A little Age of Sigmar. This is not changing to a Pokemon channel. For those who are just joining us for the Gengar, this is normally Age of Sigmar Sylvaneth channel. Let's see, I got my I finished all of my models for Sylvaneth that I have right now. I do have interchangeable parts and stuff. My regular Spirited Dorothy head, I still have to paint some red on the leaves, and I have to touch up some parts and stuff. That's my main one, and then this is the backup one. One round two. Then I got this one, which is not even close to. Oh my gosh! These guys have so many leaves, dude. It's crazy, and it's so hard to get in there with a little brush and not paint on the other parts. I got like the Tree Lord shooting vines. I got the magnetized sword. The Tree Lord Ancient Staff. I got the. I haven't even started this Spirited Earthly Sword. I do have one that is fully painted though. I got the other Spirited Earthly, or the Tree Lord Staff, like a birch tree there. But that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next time, I'll see you then.